Hello, guys. It's your girl, Steph Perez. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Welcome. So, we are getting ready to dive in. If you're here live with me, say hello. Well, clearly you're here live, right? Say hello. Would love to say hello back to you. And if you end up watching the replay, definitely say hello down below in the chat. Been having a lot of people watching the replay and asking questions and reaching out. So I definitely want to acknowledge you as well if you are running this back and watching the replay. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate you reaching out, asking your questions. And I love the fact that I get to serve you in this way. So tonight, as you can see from the title, it says how anyone can earn $2,000 a week from digital marketing and digital products. Last night when I went live, I shared how I felt this calling to share this message every single day in terms of what it really takes to get this thing off the ground, where you want to focus, how the steps are the steps, how you don't need different instructions every single day of the week, that the steps are the steps. And the faster that we can all just wrap our heads around the fact that the steps are the steps, then we can all begin getting out there doing what it is that we need to do, knowing that there's no kind of gotcha or there's something else out there extra that, we got to do. I didn't know we had to do. And I just felt like there's a need to get out there and just to begin talking about this every single day. And last night, for sure, when I went live, I knew that I would be inspired to keep bringing different stories and elements to actually drive home some of the points. And so today, that $2,000 is very, very relevant because today we're going to actually talk about my first 28 sales when I first came online before we get to the steps. And everything has to do today in terms of that with vision. And ironically, it's the very, very first lesson that is actually in our digital marketing course is vision. And it's so funny that it's the first module that's in our course, because when I really started to get a handle around my business so many years ago, when I first got into coaching and consulting, right before that, the reason I got into coaching and consulting is that I went through a gentleman's course. And one of the first things he had us do was a clarity exercise. And I was like, why am I doing a clarity exercise when I am here to learn about running auto webinars? I'm like, why? And that exercise was the best thing that I did. The one thing that it allowed me to see is the fact that I was misaligned with where I said I wanted to go and the impact I said I wanted to make in the lives of others compared to what I was actually selling. It was a big wake-up call. I literally, when I was going through the exercise, I was in tears because I felt like I had wasted so many years not doing what I knew I was called to do way back in 2009. And when I took this gentleman's test, I think it was about 2018, right? Or this exercise, I should say. So all of those years, right, I felt like I had wasted because exactly how I was feeling based upon that exercise, what I was supposed to do in 2009, that would have set me in the way of being able to fulfill, right, what that exercise basically said. That is what it revealed, right? That is what I should actually be pursuing and what I should actually be doing. And so from then, I always knew how important clarity was. And so I started doing a lot of heavy clarity work, not just for myself, but also for my clients, for my customers. I started talking about it. I started inserting it in all of my digital products. And I love the fact that when you go into the digital marketing course, it literally is the first module, right, that you go through. And I think that is so awesome because you have to establish a vision for your actual business, where you're actually going. I think it's fantastic to sell the course as your first digital product. I think everybody knows I love it. I love selling the course. However, I have a bigger vision for my business than just selling the course. It's how I got started with this whole master resale rights, done for you digital product world. But I have a bigger vision than just selling the course. And so I think by having a vision, it just really helps people get started in a way where they feel like they know where it is that they're going and their steps are ordered, they know the right action steps to take. So again, tonight, how anyone can earn $2,000 a week from digital marketing and digital products. And in the email that I sent out, I said that I was going to talk about, my first 30 days of actually gaining 28 sales. How did I make 28 sales in my first 30 days? All right. Let me tell you something. I made 28 sales in my first 30 days because I didn't worry about anything. I didn't feel like I was missing anything. I didn't feel like I was waiting for anything. I didn't feel like there was more that I actually needed. I didn't feel like I was going to mess this up. I simply got out there and I didn't feel like I needed a lot because I knew where I was going. So I had vision and I was eager to share it. I literally made my first 28 sales in my very first 30 days because I had a vision for where I was going. And I just woke up every single day, sometime throughout my day, and I shot a video. And that video talked about where it was that I was going. So 3 really, really important elements that helped me make my first sales online, much further, beyond just my first 30 days. And when I think back, and even I think about, like what I do now, it's all around vision. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the ad platforms many years ago, they actually restricted people from running ads where they were saying like, you can lose weight or you can make X amount of dollars. Because if you think about it, like I can't control what you do. I can't say you're going to make, $2,000 a week. I don't know. I don't know. Love you all dearly. I don't know if you're ever going to make any money online. Fact is, right? But I can say how I have done it and inspire you to want to do what I've done to make it real for yourself. Just like in 2007, no one told me that I could make money or how much I could make, but I was inspired by what I saw other people do. And so I did what they did because I believed that I could get like results for myself, right? Y'all, that is a really, really big key because I've never seen the volume of struggle as I'm seeing right now from people online. And I'm hoping that by showing up, I can really, really like dumb it down and take you back to 2007 and just make it so stinking simple. So one of the biggest things is I did not need a lot. I didn't even think I was missing anything. I didn't even know what I didn't know. I knew that I had gotten my hands on this amazing little ebook that I was so excited to learn from. I knew where it was that I wanted to go, which is why I called my whole journey a 100-day to prosperity journey. And I just took people on that every single day because I had a vision for where I was going to be in 100 days. And it just simply meant I was going to be in a more prosperous state in 100 days compared to the day that I got out there to do video number 1. Please write this down. That's all that I needed. That's all that I needed. Because I run you guys through the steps and I talk about all the things, right, that we want to have in place to be successful digital marketers. But I didn't have any of those things outside of an offer. I didn't have any of those things set up because I didn't even know that they were a thing. And I think for so many people, they have it flip-flop now. They focus on getting all the things, which is fantastic because I don't want anyone to not get started right? I don't want anyone to be at a deficit when it comes to the tools and the necessities that are going to help you run your business with more ease. Because a lot of times you get started wrong. It's really hard to kind of like circle back and insert the right things. It's a ton easier to get started right. But that vision piece, I feel like people are fighting so hard to be like the person that's like telling people what to do and trying to break things down and try to be the explainer. And they're trying to be the 5 steps to Google instead of, again, y'all, this was my sales pitch back then. This was my video outside of, the context of what I was teaching and sharing from the book, right, that I was reading. I wasn't teaching anything outside of what I had learned. And here's the thing, you guys, I wish those videos were still here, but I remember them so vividly because I remember talking about, working full time as a nurse and where I was in life and not financially being happy and knowing that I was called for more, talking about always having this entrepreneurial itch and all these things, right? And so it's like I painted a really clear picture on where I currently was, okay, on where I was. For those of you guys that are in the mentorship hub, go watch the last lesson on introduction to your branding. This is everything. This is what so many people are missing. So I always talked about where I was presently. And then I talked about where I was going, right? I'm on a 100-day to prosperity journey in 100 days. And then I also talked about I was making this my new way of life. I wasn't anybody's guru. I wasn't anyone's coach. I wasn't anyone's consultant. I didn't have an air about me that I knew more than anyone else because I knew nothing. But I knew that I had my hands on a really, really great guide that I just believe other people should have their hands on as well. And that was the vehicle that was taking me to this level of prosperity over 100 days. And so the 3 elements are very simple for me. This is where I am. This is where I'm going, right? The vision, right? This is what I'm learning from that's going to take me there. This is what's helping me, right? Make this my new way of life. Like this is my stepping stone, right? Like I think you should buy the book too. Day number 3, someone bought the book from me. 30 days later, 28 things sold. All because that was generally what I got up and said every single day in my content. So many milestones in my business, you guys have heard me share this before, have come from a place of vision. But I really want you to think about how much we do in life, how many decisions we make, because whether we are intentionally paying attention to it, we know that there's a vision behind why we're doing it, right? So like, let's say you're fresh out of high school and you're enrolling in college. Does anyone enroll in college, right? Just because it is the thing to do? Someone might think they do that. But believe it or not, there is like a vibe behind, well, after 4 years, like this is where I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to have. This is where I'm going. Right? Think about any like major decision you make. You see a bigger picture beyond just the thing. You see a bigger picture beyond any obstacles that could stand in your way. Right? How many of y'all have gone out there and you've gotten cars that you really had your heart set on and the financing was not easy breezy? But you went through it and you scraped together whatever you had to scrape together, paperwork, co-signers, all kinds of stuff. Right? Because in your mind, you had a bigger vision of driving around in this car, right? Or trading that in for a clunker that you had. Oftentimes the decisions that we make, like we don't even realize it, right? But we make them and or we endure things or we bust our butt to accomplish things because there is a bigger vision. When it comes to what we do online, right? Believe it or not, so much of what we do, it is, and I remember we used to always say this back in the day, it's part selling people back to themselves, right? Like reminding them you're here for something, right? Like you said you hate your job. You said you want more. You said you wanted to start an online business, right? You said, so this is what's going to get you there. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, right? You guys, I'm getting so many people that are messaging me, they're like, I just love the fact that you're so straightforward, but that's the truth. Why do you join my email list, right, Veronica? Why do you join my email list? And so vision is why so many, again, it's the end result. It's the end game that people see. So when you think about, for example, $2,000 weeks, right? I want you to ask yourself, like, how does that become real for you? Because for me, when I wanted to make $2,000 weeks real for me, I involved people. I went and shared my vision with people around how we are going to start making $2,000 weeks. I didn't go out there lying about making money. I didn't try to be like this guru, like making $2,000 a week is easy. I was like, y'all come here. Like, this is how we're going to do this. It was my vision and I involved the people in my vision. All right. So my first step was telling people where I was going, period. And that's the thing is every single person can do that. It's like I said last night, I believe so many people are fighting so hard just to get it wrong. They're fighting so hard just to get it wrong, just to miss the mark, just to not connect with people, right? Like just to not get their business off the ground. They're trying so hard. When oftentimes what people want is they want to be able to say like, wow, like I had this vision, right? And stuff just confirmed that I can do this, that I can have this. I didn't tell them they could, right? But through me sharing where I'm going or where I've been, I'm an inspiration to someone else. So even if you have not made any money online, or you're selling something that you've not made money from, y'all, that was me in 2007. I hadn't made money from that book when I was out there saying, this is where I am, this is where I'm going. You've got to buy this book because it's mind blowing. Because every bit of that's facts. You know, one thing that a question I used to always get, and this is even before I was making six figures, is people would say, Steph, how do you overcome the objection, right, of how much money are you making? And I said, I never have to overcome that. No one ever asked me how much money I'm making or to show them proof. Do you guys know why? Because the way I show up. Because the way I show up. Even when I was never talking about like money from as far as like $4,000 weeks and those kind of things, people didn't come to me that way. Because they had confidence. Again, because my message is something bigger than just let's make a bunch of money. I don't sell people money. I paint a vision, right, for where if you decide to get locked in and really do this, where this can take you. Because if someone has a vision of, okay, I really want to learn digital marketing. I want to learn how to sell digital products. Like I want to learn how to do what I see you doing, Steph. And they realize the thing that's missing, right, the thing that's missing, where if they get it, they can get whatever they want as a course, they're going to get the course. Like it's just that simple. So if I work harder on sharing the vision and even selling the vision, the course just becomes a byproduct of what they've got to buy. Someone needs to write that down for themselves. So you're fighting hard to sell the course, why the course is amazing, but who cares how amazing the course is if you haven't tapped someone into the vision? Why do I want the course? Why do I want anything that you say is amazing if it has nothing to do with where I want to go? Why do I want it? I don't care how awesome it is. Veronica, I don't care how awesome your course is. You've spoken not one inkling to me about where I'm going or where you're going and try to involve me in it. And Veronica knows I'm not talking to her like that, right? But that's what people are saying. When you say this is where I'm going and someone wants to go there and or you've invited them and they're like, yes, like I want that too. And they realize the thing that's holding them back, example, right? Oh, I'm going to the Maxwell concert, right? You want to go? Yeah, Steph, I want to go. When is it? Oh, it's going to be on like March 1st. Fantastic. Yeah, count me in. I want to go, right? We get here, it's February 28th. And I'm like, you ready to go? Did you get your outfit and all this stuff? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, you got your ticket? Oh, no. Well, boo-boo, you're missing the denominator. You're missing the common denominator to get there. I got my ticket, I'm going, but you don't have your ticket, so you're not going. Someone that really wants to go, right, and they're locked in on that vision of going there, the ticket's a natural byproduct. They know they got to buy the ticket. So no matter where you are right now with getting started, if you work harder on, again, the vision and locking in on where you're going and involving other people in that vision versus thinking that you have to and you guys, I know it feels like it's so hard out there, right? In these streets, like you have to create the air that you're making money. You don't. Just have a vision for where you're going and be willing to share that and involve other people in it, right? It's so funny. I was in one of the big inspirations for today was, Veronica said, good point. Yes, exactly. One of my inspirations, I was flipping through something. I don't know whether it was an email, something. I think it was one of my notebooks. And I looked at like what's happening in my business right now. And I had written it somewhere in my notes like months ago. Something like making $5,000 weeks real. And I'm like, again, a vision, having a vision for yourself, speaking that vision, sharing that vision, right? And you just share it so other people can actually see themselves in it. Like, yeah, like I can see that being real for me too. Like, let me get this course so I can have what Steph has and learn what she learns, right? And I can sell what she sells to get me there. All right. So again, think about how much in life, again, right? We do because we trust that we will achieve it. Y'all, that's huge right there. We do things because we trust we will achieve it. We invest thousands of dollars into education, certification, school, because we trust we will achieve the certification, the license, the diploma, the job, whatever. Which is why the vision for where you are going is important to share with others. Right? Because now it's that trust factor of like, yeah, I really want to go where Veronica's going. So let me get the course that Veronica is using. I don't want to wing this. If Veronica is like, if she's so certain, right? Like, again, she's coming off her job and at the end of this year, well, I want to be on track to do that too. Or I want to be on track to make the kind of money she's talking about, seeing that she can make for herself. Y'all, there's nothing wrong with having a vision and sharing that vision. Because again, so oftentimes people are so locked into, right, like the reality of making 28 bucks an hour, $15 an hour, or whatever they're making on their, like they're so locked into that, where if they've ever had an inkling of making more, there's so many people around them that don't see that as real that they keep getting knocked down. But then they come on YouTube and they're looking for ways to start learning how to make money online or digital marketing or how to make money with digital products. And then they hear you talking about how, like, I tapped into this course and I'm beginning to see why people are making the big bucks. Do you see how like you totally released the ownership of or any kind of facade that you're making the money, but you're like, I'm tapped in to what other people are doing. Like, I see why there are women that are coming online and within months making the big bucks. Because when you know this stuff, like, and you use it, like, things have to change. You have to get results. And again, you just start talking about now how you see this is all possible and how you didn't even know that all of these things were a thing, and you get people listening, right? Saying, yeah, I think I need to get a piece of that as well. They're not worried about whether or not you've made money. And I emphasize that because I know that's what a lot of people think. I don't have results to speak of, but you have a vision. And if you were willing to invest in something because of a vision I had, and I shared it with you and you saw that vision, do you think you're the only person on the face of the earth that made a buying decision like this based upon someone else's vision and then your desire to want what they want or to go where they're going? No. There's other people out there that will make buying decisions based upon the exact same thing. I know y'all don't get this, right? But these are the little things. These are the little tweaks that, again, so many people are missing in their marketing. Because they're either trying to rush through or they're trying to do really short videos or they're trying to just spout the facts. They don't need to spout the facts. They can learn everything about the course when they opt in. They need you to inspire them. They need you to empower them. They need you to paint a bigger picture for where all of this is going to take them. Right? They need to know that they can do this. So they actually want to opt in to learn more about the actual course. That's the difference maker. And again, I share this because that's where my first sales came from when I came online. And it's just been a way of my business for all of these years. Right? So if you feel like you don't have a vision for your business or like why you're doing this, and I feel this is why so many people like tap out or they get started with all this gusto and all this fire. And then I'm like, where'd they go? Where'd they go? Because we're like, oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, it's a whole business that you're building. It's a whole business that you're building. So when you have vision, you're reminded of like why you're doing all this, right? And for me right now, it's the lives that I want to impact. I want to do something about the high failure rate. I really want to see people win. I really want to see people get this. And yes, of course, I help people. I make more money, of course. But that's how business should be, right? You get started, you help people, you make money. So you should want to help people. You should want to paint the vision. You should want to help them see something bigger for themselves. All right, so let's talk about the steps, y'all. What does it take to get started? Remember, write this down. If you show up every single day this month, right, you're going to be waking up in the morning, or you're going to be in your sleep saying the steps are the steps. The steps are the steps. Because y'all, the steps are the steps. The steps are the steps. Be concerned if I showed up every single night with different steps, with different things that needed to be done. But I want you to get this so deeply ingrained for anyone that just keeps showing up, right? There's always going to be added bits like I just talked about today, vision, right? And again, if you struggle with vision and you're like, I need to gain clarity over this, right? I've shared this so many times. When I was a coach and a consultant, I would charge $300 for a 1-hour power call with me where I would help you gain clarity and direction and vision over your business and help you like understand like what you should do next and put your business in order. $300 for 1 hour. Y'all, our course is $500 and you get to gain that same level of clarity by going through one module. That's just one module, right, out of the 28 modules that are actually in this course. And it's the very first module, again, because they understand the importance, right, of gaining clarity in this way. That's just to put it in perspective. All right. So yeah, like $500 is nothing to be like, that's so much money. Y'all, people drop $300 all the time directly from my videos to jump on a 1-hour call with me. So I'm telling you, like what you need is in fact in this course to help you learn all of the things that you've got to learn to start showing up, to start sharing your vision. Again, with confidence. Knowing that you're building your email list, that you have a strong foundation, all of those things. But I just never want you to forget the reason for why you're actually showing up. Right? And again, there's a catalyst, there's a reason for why people pull the trigger. There's a reason. Right? That's the flow, that's the vibe that you've got to fall into. Right? Veronica says, amen, I'm here for it. The steps are the steps. Yes. Absolutely. If we decide to overcomplicate it, then yeah, we can overcomplicate it. But if we can just remind ourselves the steps are the steps, then we can go out there and make all the money we want to make, honestly. Again, building upon the steps, building our foundation, getting out there and inspiring, empowering more people. You guys, so step number 1, like you got to get the training. If you're newer here, feel free to type in new, right? Type in new. This leg of my business right now, it's just incredibly personal. It's incredibly personal. And that's what I told people, like when I made that pivot in June and I went from coaching to this, right? I could have gone on my high horse and talked about, I've been in here 16 years. I'm not going to buy a MRR course when I have all this knowledge, but I'm like, no, girl, let it be easy. The course is amazing. You want to teach people? Right? You want to ease your life, direct them to the course, make the money without having to do the course, without having to create the course. But the course allowed me to slow down. It allowed me to slow down and to stop thinking I've got to do everything myself and put my life vest on. I got to stop showing up for everyone else outside of myself and put my life vest on. And that's when I started gaining so much more clarity over what I wanted. And this is why one of the things that I tell people is in all of your business dealings, right? One of the first things get clear on is what you want as a business, because I quickly got off my high horse because I got an ego like everybody else. I got an ego, but I was like, Steph, that's stupid. That's stupid. This couple put together an amazing course. Amazing. Right? Rock it, because people need this information. They need this information. And because I was able to see that for myself, I created an easier business for myself. And I get to offer amazing mentorship on the back end, again, doing what I do well. Right? Doing what I do well, which I prefer mentorship over coaching. Because mentorship is like, I'm a big sis. I get to walk the walk. The go-getters get to follow, model, and get everything else that they need. Just makes sense. So I kind of circle back to vision. I want you to figure out like what you want as a business for yourself. because that business model you can build. And if you're looking at me, again, one of the big things that I used to always put out there is I love my business flow and direction now, is because as people come to me, they're like, Steph, I want to model you. I'm like, get the course, come on. You want to model me? Learn what's in the course, right? Get the course, learn what's in it, because it took me years to learn everything that's in this course. It doesn't have to take you that long. You don't have to piecemeal it together. And then you get my 16 years of mentorship behind you to help you with honing and mastery, right? And like the messaging, like the stuff that makes you different and stand out. That's where I come in and help you put the bits together. So really figure out what you want. And if you're looking at me like, Steph, I want the business you have, I've set it up where you can model what it is that I do. Funnels, share codes, everything. You can model what it is that I do. It's no longer about, let me be in competition with you. It's no longer about that. Like I literally, my business is on Front Street. So if anyone says, I want to do what you do, like the complete model is there. Right? It's just a beautiful thing. So number one, you got to get the training that teaches you the skills to actually make money on these platforms. Again, certain things, when we get done with this month, you're going to be saying them in your sleep. All right. Making money is a skill, y'all. If you're not making money, there's skills that you're lacking. Making money is a skill. All right. So you have to get the training. And it's not just so you can learn things. You want to become masterful at some of these things, not all of them. Right? You want to become masterful at some of these things, because you'll find your groove, you'll find your way, and that will be like the way you'll make a boatload of money. I make a boatload of money, not because I'm great at tech. I'm great at almost everything I can think of when it comes to digital marketing. But where I say my money comes from is my messaging. It's my messaging. It's my ability to convey, to connect. Which, because I learned that, it made me a great copywriter without trying to be a copywriter. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's because I decided to learn the skills right out the gate. So making money is a skill. Remember, I was listening to this one person, I forget who it was, but they talked about revenue instincts. Like you have to have the instinct for making money. And again, that's where so many people lack. The instinct for making money, the instinct for generating revenue. That's a skill. It's part of strategy, right? It's a part of, this is what I want. I can't, like right now, everything that I have doesn't seem to be leading there, but let me make it happen. That comes from a level of skill. That's why, like on the surface, no, it's not easy to make money online. No, because it's not always about just do and you'll make money. There's strategy. And in 2024, it very much so is about chess and not checkers. That's why I use the word, like, you want to become masterful at some of these things and not just trying to learn things to check off boxes. Your business, it just doesn't run by checking off boxes, right? It's how you do things. Like Science of Getting Rich used to always say, Waddles, right? It's just you do things in a certain way. All right. So get the training. All right. You got to learn these skills. All right. And again, the biggies, these are the biggies. Write these things down, because there's a lot of things that you could think you got to go out there and learn. These are the biggies: systems and automations. Okay. And they could be simple. I'm very techy, but I don't do high tech. I need people to be able to opt in so I can capture their information, and I need to be able to send emails. I need them to be able to pay me without talking to me. I need them to be able to get their digital products when they pay. I need a welcome email sequence to be fired off to them, there are just very simple things, right? And so systems and automation is one of the things you got to learn. Guess what? It's in the course. All right. Content and messaging. All right. Content and messaging. Remember, we talked about vision, sharing the vision. I made all of my initial sales because I talked about, here's where I am, here's where I'm going, and this is the vehicle that's getting me there. And people are like, okay, say less stuff. I want to buy that too. I want to do it too. And you guys, that vehicle was a $5 ebook. That vehicle was a $97 biz op, a $47 biz op, a $1,000 biz op. Like, that vehicle has been multiple things over the years, but that's always been my thing. This is where I'm going, or this is where I am. This is where I'm going, and this is the vehicle that's getting me there. That's just never failed me, ever. All right, so systems and automation, content and messaging, email marketing, monetization, and then again, the biggie strategy. That is where that's why you really want to mentor. That is the place where you really want to mentor. Is because again, strategy is bigger than just checking off boxes, right? But it's doing things in a certain way to get you the intended outcome that you desire. And that's the problem a lot of newer people make is, again, they do things just to check off boxes without really thinking through their business and asking, like, what's the ultimate outcome that I want? How do I want this to flow? Do I understand why I want the flow to be like this, right? And so strategy. And believe it or not, the more that you do and you work with more people and the results start to come, you can actually break down and kind of like reason why certain things make sense in your business. And believe it or not, that begins to be like your strategy. No two businesses are truly alike, right? No two businesses are truly alike, right? So you want to develop the skills, but you also want to learn how to work strategy. So you get your systems to do what you need your systems to do. And you guys, the good news is all of these things, they're learned in the course. So between the course and then mentorship with me, you learn these things, you hone these things, and you move into a place of mastery, right? Number 2. Now, once you begin to develop these skills, all right? And what I do on Tuesday office hours is when people get started, I make sure like they tell me if they show up to office hours, like what do they want to get out of this? Because not everybody will go through the course the same way. When I went through the course, I was like, I already knew what I wanted. I was like, I just want to get this set up so I can begin to share this with other people because I knew my people needed this. Like that's when I invested, it was only $250 at the time. And so I invested and I was like, my people need this. So I got set up really quickly. But once you begin to go through the course, the next thing you're going to do, so step number 2, is you're going to use the skills, right, to promote a digital product. Remember, anyone can earn $2,000 a week from digital marketing and digital products, right? Y'all, digital marketing plus digital products equals an easy business, right? An easier business than a lot of things that you could do out there, all right? So you're going to use what you learn in the course to promote a digital product, all right? You can, I'm sorry, I was getting ready to skip. A digital product, right, that solves the main pain point for your ideal person. So again, in the course, you're going to learn all about your target market. You're going to learn all about your ideal person. And in our mentorship hub, in our blitz right now, I'm diving deep into that. I'm helping gain clarity and direction around your market, your target market, your buyer persona, all those important things. Right, you're going to sell a high in demand digital product that solves the main pain point for your ideal person. All right, when you think about main pain point, write this down. This is the biggest question you want to ask. What would they buy today? What's taking them from A to B? Not A to Z, right? But they see it as I need this right now. This is what's going to get me started. This is what's going to get me over the hump. Right? I want to be like Steph. I got to buy the course. I want to work with Steph. I got to buy the course. Right? I want to learn these things Steph is talking about. I got to buy the course. Right? If you were in the weight loss industry and let's say that your target people were, women that have been struggling to lose their first 5 pounds, right? The problem you'd be solving with your digital product is like this digital product. The big promise is it's going to help you drop your first 5 pounds. Right? So they're like, yes, I can see why I need to buy this today. Right? So it's a library of products, not necessary. Not necessary. Can you add and build a library of products? Sure. But if you're going to begin, and we'll talk about this, you're showing up every single day, one way or another, and you're selling something, believe it or not, the likelihood of selling that thing, you're going to increase the likelihood of selling it if you're talking about it and sharing every single day. If your ideal person doesn't have to try to wrap their head around, well, should I get this or should I get that? I wonder which one is better. No, if you're like, this is what all of my team members get. This is what all my whole community buys. That's just the way it is. That's what they're going to buy. Write this down. People will buy what you sell them. People will buy what you sell them. Okay, so you have a couple of choices when it comes to your digital products. All right, you can sell the training. You can sell our digital marketing training course as your first digital product because it comes with master resale rights. Which means if you love what you're learning, like I loved what I was learning from that little ebook back in 2007, and I began to sell that because I didn't have to set up anything or go through any kind of, lengthy process. I could begin selling it immediately. It allowed me to make money fast. That's not hype. It allowed me to make money fast. So you can sell the digital course as your first digital product. You can create a digital product based around a niche that you want to serve if it's different than what we're doing, right, in the make money online business niche, right? Or you could go out there and find a digital product that you'd rather sell, right? 3 options. With so many done for you options in MRR and PLR, right? There are so many options and so many ways that you can go about it. Now, here's the thing, okay? You need the course regardless. So yes, you could go anywhere and find a PLR or an MRR product to sell, an ebook or something like crazy on the cheap. You can go create something for next to nothing. But are you going to have the skills to get out there and set up marketing foundations and your marketing message and all the things, right, that it takes to run a business? Will you have those skills? Right? So you want to get the training, right, so you can gain these skills, but then you want to decide what you're going to actually sell as your first or your main digital product. All right? So there's 3 options there. All right? Number 3. Okay, number 3, you're then going to create content and a marketing plan to call in your perfect buyers. Again, you're going to learn all about your target market, your target niche, right? Your buyer persona. You're going to learn all of that through the course and through my mentorship, right? So now you're going to begin creating content and a marketing plan to call in, right, these perfect people. That when you say, this is where I am, this is where I'm going, and this is the vehicle taking me there, they jibe with that. It connects with them. Right? That's why it's so important to really understand who they are. Because you're going to be creating content. You're going to have a marketing plan. And when you say, this is where I am, and this is where I'm going, and this is the vehicle that's taking me there, you want them to be able to say, that's me too. I want to go too. Well, if I want to go and we're at the same place or like same place, then clearly I need this vehicle. I better buy this vehicle too. Do you see how when you put all of these together, like you make the selling process a ton easier for yourself, where you're never really selling the thing. I'm never really selling the course. It becomes write this down, y'all. It becomes a logical choice or logical decision. I don't have to sell it. It's the logical choice. Let me buy this. I got to buy this. Like this just makes sense. Right? I looked up to Steph, or I looked up to Veronica, or whoever, right? I look up to them. They're telling me this is where they're learning from. This is where they're gaining all their knowledge, right? I love their content. I can identify with where they're going and how they got started. They're talking about how much they learned and all they've been able to accomplish in a short period of time with getting their website set up and their funnels. I want to learn how to do that too. Logical choice, again, for someone that wants to get there, is to buy the course. It's like anything in life, is to buy the thing, to get access to the thing. All right. Number 3, you guys, it's such a biggie. Because again, in 2007, even before I knew anything, I knew that I loved what I was learning from in that ebook. I knew where I was going, which is why I called it that 100-day to prosperity journey. And I just began to get out there every single day. Shot a video and uploaded a video almost every single day to be able to earn those 28 sales. Right? So you're going to put together a content and a marketing plan, again, to call in your buyers. Okay, write this down. If you're newer to my space, my peeps already know that the message I share around this is so important. The reason I'm a firm believer in like daily, whether or not you actually end up doing daily, if you say daily, you'll do a heck of a lot more showing up and putting stuff out there. But let's say you have a goal of $100,000 this year. And let's say the only thing you're going to sell is the course as an example, right? So $500 every single time you sell the course, 100,000, which means 200 customers. I get goosebumps every time I say this. But when you understand this, it changes the game. And you'll understand why creating a content and marketing plan is non-negotiable. Those 200 buyers, every single one of them, they're already out there. Period. It's not even open for discussion. They are living, breathing people. Preparing to go to bed, preparing their workday tomorrow, kissing their kids goodnight, driving, at the gym, whatever. Those 200 people are already out there. When you know that and you understand that, you're like, wait a second. So the only thing that separates them from being a buyer of my course or a buyer of my ebook or a buyer of whatever I'm selling is my content. I've got to put the content out there to connect and call in the 200 people that are already out there. When you really think about things on this level, it does change, because in most people's mind, they're like, I can't make a sale. You really think that your content and what you do is making a sale. No, it's making a connection with the people that are already out there that desire the things that you are selling. You're not making a sale. That's why it feels like you're making things so hard on yourself. I go live, I create videos, I do shorts, I send emails, because my sole objection is to make a connection with someone that already knows they want what it is that I sell. Period. The game changes when you understand, like, that is the reality. It's not made up, because if you think about it, your customer can't be someone that's not born. They can't be someone that's not a thing right now. They are a whole human and they're out there. And it blows my mind anytime I really think about this, because I always say this, like, people that have bought from me like today or yesterday or this week, some of them did not know me 3 weeks ago or a month ago. Some didn't even know me 2 weeks ago. It blows my mind, but it reinforces what I know. Is that I create content to connect with the people that are already out there, destined to be my clients, destined to be my customers, destined to be my buyers. I don't create the content. They don't become my customers. It's that simple. So when you get that, like, you really do kind of like lose all these feelings you have about perfect content. And don't get me wrong, keywords and all those things, really important, really, really important, right? They do play a role. But when your content begins to have a truer essence of people can feel like you're really trying to connect and you really want them to get it, versus just trying to put some words together in a certain way, in a perfect way, to pull off a perfect video or a perfect piece of content, people are way more savvier nowadays. Right? They like the realness. They like the roughness. They like the I'm just having a conversation. You create more of that content. And again, it's in alignment with, or it's pleasing to the algorithms as well. Oh, your business begins to change. Your business begins to change. And I always say this, I've never been a viral brand. I'm not an influencer. I am nobody's guru. But I like to think that I create content that when my person discovers it, they know I'm speaking directly to them. And it just makes selling like a non-issue, because they know they want to be a part of whatever it is that I'm selling or whatever it is that I'm doing. That is what you want. That is what you want. All right. So the way I look at your content and your marketing plan, it's designed to call them in. It's designed to turn them into a lead and or a buyer. I mean, yeah, exactly. And or a buyer. Because nowadays, guess what? You will have people you create your content marketing plan properly and correctly, your buyers can come directly from your content. You know, the whole idea of it takes, 50 gazillion exposures. Yeah, if you're dealing with a cold market. But if we're jiving here, it's not going to take no 50 gazillion exposures. People can be ready to buy directly from your content. So doesn't it make sense to how much content can I get out there? And again, we're talking organic clearly here. If you're running ads, your ads are running 24/7, 365, right? It's a whole different ball game there. But organically, wouldn't you want to choose a platform where you create the content and it continues working for you? Absolutely you do. And it doesn't take a viral brand. It doesn't take a gazillion views. It doesn't take, having the 100,000 subscriber playlist for YouTube to make six figures. It doesn't. It takes a well thought out plan where the maths. And selling something like a $500 price range or even less, to be honest with you, you do the math, you put the work behind it, it's possible. It's possible. Let me know if you're getting this. All right. And then number 4, set up automated systems and processes so you can generate leads, stay connected, and make money around the clock without being glued to your workspace. One of the messages that inspired me today around this was, the ability to send out an email and make $1,000. The ability to send out y'all, the emails sometimes that make me the most money are not even the sales emails. Right? And I'm sure she wouldn't mind me sharing this, but I'm not gonna say the person's name, but I'm gonna share an email with you guys. So much free game this month, y'all. And I'm going to share, again, why we want to create systems and why we want to give it a personal touch. All right. And if this person is live with me, they'll recognize this email. Okay. So I sent out an email to my list, and this list really is coming to an end. I'm gonna close it down. But I sent out an email. All it said was, "Hey now, blank. Looking at my stats, it seems you and I may have come to the end of the road." Right? Who's thinking Boyz II Men right there? I know I was when I wrote it. Right? You don't want me singing it though. Are you still wanting to make money online, Steph? And this particular person emailed me back and said, "I do still want to make money online. I honestly have not even put any time into it and have been going back and forth." And she shares a little bit more. And essentially, she ended up saying, "What do you suggest?" You guys, huge teaching lesson here. Why automation email lists are so important. Because this person's been on my email list. She's opened my emails. She's clicked on my links. Right? And I was like, well, this is what I suggest. With everything in me, this is what I suggest. She's purchased it just like that. You see, a lot of times we have these assumptions when sometimes our marketing just needs the friggin' human touch. Right? That email, again, I think that email was probably a $1,500 email. 3 people reached out to me. It was 3 or 4 people responded to that. And every single one of them had been on my list, had opened my emails, had clicked on links. And it simply took saying, "Hey, are we done? Do you still want to make money online?" And them responding personally saying, "Yes, I do." What's going on? See, we assume that if someone opts in or they watch our lives or they're a part of our world, they really, really get it. No, we're just not the biggest ticket in town for them. We're not the biggest thing in their lives. And so when we implement automated systems and processes so that we can generate leads, see, I couldn't have had that interaction through YouTube. I couldn't have had it on social. That happened because this person in particular was on my email list. And we were able to have a quick exchange. And there was confidence and comfort in, "Oh, okay, so you really do recommend this." And maybe what you've been sending out through your email, like maybe I just read it wrong, or maybe I just thought you were saying, no, you really recommended, okay, say less, I'll buy. So you always want to be building your own email list so that you can make money around the clock, so that you can fire off an email, build connections with people, right? And make more money. The first year that I hit six figures, right? Many years ago when I was in the biz op world, I was selling a $1,000 biz op. I made $108,000 my first year hitting six figures. 86,000 of it came as a direct result of an email list, meaning people found me via YouTube, joined my email list because they wanted more information. They weren't quite ready. They sat on my email list, receiving daily emails from me, and sometime throughout that year made the decision to buy. $86,000 of that 108 was directly from the relationships and time served on my email list. Only 20,000 of it or so, 22,000 came directly from people that consumed my content and was ready to buy. Y'all, that's huge. That is huge. All right. So when you think about systems for automation, these are the biggies. Okay. Like, to me, non-negotiables. To me, these are the money makers for me. Systems for capturing leads, systems for sending automated emails, systems for selling, systems for collecting payment, and systems for fulfillment or delivering the digital products. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Systems for capturing leads, systems for sending automated emails, systems for selling, systems for collecting payment, and systems for fulfillment, delivering digital products. Okay, so the four things, right? Again, why do I believe anyone can set themselves up to earn $2,000 a week from digital marketing and digital products? Is number one, if you decide to get the training, you're going to learn digital marketing and you're going to learn the business of online business. You're going to get it for yourself. You're going to shorten your learning curve. All right. You're going to become someone really, really dope in this space that knows what the heck is going on. You know how to navigate the webs and you know how to use it as a profit zone. That is what you want. Right? You want to be able to make decisions. You want to be able to know how to navigate things, know how to do things. Again, know how to turn, right, YouTube into a profit zone, Pinterest into a profit zone, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, like whatever platform suits you. You want to learn how to turn it into a profit zone. You want to learn how to use the automation and use the tools, right, so that you can profit for them. We're never, ever just doing these things just to be doing them. Everything, right? These four steps are designed to make us money. All right. So number one, get the training so that you can get your digital marketing skills up and you can learn the business of online business. That's really where the strategy comes in, is learning the business of online business. All right. This is not something that just happens to you. Right. Number two, you're going to use the skills that you develop to promote a high in demand digital product, right, that solves a pain for your most ideal person, right? It solves a pain, it solves a frustration, or it lends to their desire. It feeds into their desire, right? And think about something that they would buy today, okay? That they could say yes to today. They would buy today. Number three, create a content and marketing plan, calling in, right, your target market, your ideal buyers every single day. All right, call them in, turn them into a lead, right, and they become buyers. A percentage of them you'll call them in and they'll become buyers pretty instantly, right? Sometimes right on the spot, sometimes just a day or two, right, of being in your world. Y'all, it's beautiful, beautiful. Again, when you learn how to do this right. And then number four, get your systems for automation set up so that you can begin generating your own leads, you can stay connected, and you can make money around the clock. All right, ideally, what I want to suggest is like your systems for automation, that you have a minimum of 15 emails already in there as a welcome email sequence. That way, when you're newer with all of this, you don't feel so like under the gun to have to fire off daily email broadcasts when you're like just getting acquainted to all of this, that you automatically have those welcome email sequences that are automatically going out every single day. And between the course and between my mentorship, you have everything that you need. I give you my funnel share code. I give you email swipe copy that buyer focused, right? An entire email swipe copy. that you can use for your welcome email sequence. All right. Tons of resources there so that you don't have to start from scratch, figure this stuff out all by yourself, right? It's proven content, it's proven copy, it's proven resources to help you as you're diving in and to have every single thing that you need. All right. So you guys, like, for all the many years I've been online and all the many things that I've promoted, like, this has been my 5-figure a month framework. This framework works. This works if you work it. If you'll work it. All right. So what I want to do is invite you into, right, our course, our digital marketing course with Master Resell Rights. You guys, one of the big things that I want to keep sharing all throughout this month as I'm breaking these things down and sharing them with you is there have been times in my business, and if people are really honest, they'll share this same dynamic where I've made really good money, right? More often than not, I've made really good money in this space. But there's so many instances where it was a hustle, or it was a grind, or it was I had to pull it off. I had to like make it happen. There's very little predictability in a lot of instances. And I just kind of marvel as I sit back now, and I was having this conversation with my husband about a month ago. And I said, like, this is the first time in a very, very long time where it's like, I know that I have truly repeatable flows and truly repeatable systems. And I'm building recurring and ongoing income, right? In conjunction with, right, selling the course as well. And I'm learning how to set up business in a much better way where it's like, nothing's a fluke. It's like, I know that as sales come in, it's repeatable and that it keeps happening in that way over and over and over again. So now it's not about a hustle. It's not about a grind, right? But it's about truly laying like a really strong foundation that can be repeatable for me. And then I can continue to teach other people so it can be repeatable for them as well. And that's what you want, right? You don't want to like launch really hard and have a big launch and then like, I don't ever want to do that again, or not know how to repeat it. And you certainly don't want to just luck up on sales, right? Those things are fine as like surprise money and extra money, but to always have your business about a luck up or, oh my gosh, like where'd that come from? When sales come in, you want it to be, of course that happened. Of course that sale came in. Not a surprise. And my phone cha-chings, I'm like, oh, cool. 9 times out of 10, I don't even know the person. But it's like, oh, cool. Because when I create content and I do what I do, there is a level of expectation. I expect to get results. I expect to help people. I expect people to be inspired. I expect people to see it my way. I expect to be the light for other people, right? I expect to make a lot of money at the high service of people. So it's not a surprise. It's not, oh my gosh, this works. It's, of course, right? And that's what I want for you guys as well. Of course. All right. So I want to invite you, literally, like, get this course. All right. This course is multiple parts, multiple benefits. Number one, you're going to learn. You're going to learn digital marketing. You're going to learn the business of online business. All right. So you're going to gain knowledge and skill that no one can ever take away from you. That's valuable. You guys. And I've said this and I'm going to keep saying it. All right. And no, like I have customers of all nationalities, backgrounds, cultures, all that. But literally, like, I take great pride in being a woman of color that has become a really dope digital marketer. Because in all of my years, I'm always so amazed at how many women, especially, right, as I get older and I attract like older women that are like afraid of the tech, or they've been held back because of the tech, or like just all this stuff is like they just decided not to learn it. And so for me, like, I love knowing that I can be a light for women that think it's hard or they can't learn this, to know you can learn this. You absolutely can. And here's the thing. If you really want to make it in this digital world, you must. And here's the thing, you guys. This is for everybody. I've been online 16 years. Therefore, I remember when it was a bro sport. It was all about like the dudes, right? And they made it seem so complicated and so expensive. And everyone was kind of like, oh, digital, like it was a hot thing. Ty Lopez teaching digital marketing and Frank Kern, Russell Brunson, and it was kind of like whatever they said went. Not anymore. Not anymore. Like this digital marketing course, we have simplified it. We've dumbed it down. So anyone can come inside this course, learn digital marketing, learn the business of online business, right? And set themselves up for online business success. This is learnable for anybody. Like this is why I speak so highly of this course, is because I know what it's done for other people that have treated this very seriously. They didn't treat it like a lottery ticket. They didn't treat it like, oh, just sign up and start selling the course. No, they treated it like this is my opportunity to learn digital marketing, to learn how to make money online in such a legit way. We've made it where anyone that wants to learn this, you can now learn this. And y'all, for the price point of $500, it's just kind of unheard of. It's just kind of unheard of because every module that's in there, people have courses out there and they're charging, right? $500 to learn Pinterest, $1,000 to learn Instagram, $1,500, $2,000 to learn automation, right? $299 to learn email marketing. You get all of that and so much more for a one-time investment of $500. So you have the learning aspect that no one can ever take away from you. You will become masterful at all of these things if you choose. You will learn how to set up the tech. You will learn how to have your own email marketing system. You will learn how to email your list. You will learn how to create content. You will learn all these things that you need to learn. It's in there. If you want to learn Pinterest, it's in there. If you want to learn Instagram, it's in there. If you want to learn TikTok, it's in there. If you want to learn YouTube, it's in there. Everything that you need to learn to follow this plan and get yourself in the space of making money, it is in the course. Second benefit or aspect is you get opportunity in two forms. Number one, you can turn right back around and begin selling this course as your own, which is exactly how I got off to such a fast start. I didn't have to figure out what I wanted to sell. And this is not affiliate marketing. There is no cuts. You earn 100% profits every single time you sell it as your own. So you are building your own email list. You are building your own sales system, completely branded to you, and you're simply selling the course as your own. Okay, that's one way that this course gives you opportunity. The second way it gives you opportunity is if you have an idea of your own, right? Like you have a vision for a product or a service that you want to bring to the market to serve your ideal market, to serve the marketplace. This course will help you turn that idea into a product ready for market. That's the beautiful thing. So many like affiliate deals that are out there, they say they teach you these things, but really like their whole agenda, because they get a cut of what you do. So of course they've got to have an agenda. Zach and Hannah in this instance, they don't have an agenda because like I sell the course, they don't make anything from me. There's nothing in it for them. And so the course is an open book to learn all that you need to learn about paving your own way and getting out of this what you want to get out of this to support your vision, to support your dreams. It's not about, you make a cut and the company makes a cut, because there's always an agenda when it comes to that and when it comes to learning in this way. So when it comes to opportunity, you can decide to sell the course as your own and get started really quickly in a way of making money, or you can turn an idea that you have into a business. And we help you with that as well in the course, right? The third benefit is that you are purchasing a digital asset. This is not something that can close up on you. I want you to, when I started talking about this, I started blowing people's mind because people weren't talking about it. You get to download this course. So it's not a login that you have that can be snatched away. Even if they no longer provided the community like they do, you own the course. Your sales process doesn't stop, because all you got to do is just upload that baby to your own platform. And now that's where you redirect all your customers. You are buying or investing into a digital asset. So to me, it totally changes the power behind the money that you're spending or investing. And trust me, this comes from someone that has waited for commissions by companies, that have been let down by companies, that had companies close up shop on them, that have had company owners pass away and the opportunity go away. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. I value the fact that I sell people a digital asset. Every single person that bought this course from me, whether they know it or not, they bought an asset that no one can take away from them. It's a beautiful thing. The investment's $500. It is a true learn and earn course. And so this beats a lot of the information that you can purchase out there where you might learn something, but then you're like, okay, now how do I apply it? How do I make this real for myself? Where at a minimum, you can learn and you could turn right back around and say, you know what? I think my best bet is to go ahead and get my course set up, ready to sell to other people, because I'm just not quite sure if I have a business idea in me. And y'all, that was me in 2007. I was one of those people where I wasn't searching for like how to make money. I was searching for learning how to make money because I knew nothing. I didn't know what was available to me. And so it made so much sense when I got to learn from something and turn right back around and sell that to other people. It got me into business fast. And what I'm realizing now, so many people reach out to me and that's their same plight as well. They want to learn how to make money online. They don't have a business idea, but y'all, that's what makes this so high in demand, is because so many people are flocking to the internet, right? Wanting to get their piece of this digital money, of this internet marketing money. They're wanting to get their piece and they don't know how to get started. And so this makes it so incredibly attractive because you get to, number one, learn high income skills, and you get to sell a high in demand course that doesn't just give someone an opportunity and they don't know what to do with it, but it educates them first, right? And then ushers them through the process of figuring out what they want to sell and or how they want to sell it. It helps them with the entire thing. Y'all, that's powerful. That's powerful. I love it. Gina says it's clicking for me. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I told you I got the calling yesterday. You're going to keep talking about this every single day. If the people keep showing up, they just keep hearing it. They'll hear it different ways, but you got to keep reminding people the steps are the steps, y'all. The steps are the steps. It gets to be easy when you allow it to be easy. All right. So when you invest into the course, the link is down below in the description, Go Pro with Steph.com. That stands for deciding to go pro at this thing, deciding to become a digital marketer, right? Become an online business builder, right? Step into a space of knowing this stuff and being an inspiration to other people that want to know this stuff. You also get my mentorship, right? So for a limited time, my mentorship is included. That gives you access to my mentorship hub where there's additional lessons and resources. You get access to Tuesday office hours where my Zoom room is open. You can pop in, ask questions, get guidance, right? And then we do pop-up trainings throughout the month as well, where I, move into a space of mastery. And we talk about very specific elements and topics to help you with mastering what either you're doing in your business or what you're learning in the actual course. So it's very light. It's very easy. Get in where you fit in, right? If you're not able to make it, the replays are there for you. And I just do this to support people, right? Because I want to be better than just selling a course. And I want to be there to support you, especially during your startup, when oftentimes that's when so many people have questions. And then if you decide that you want to sell the course as like your first step with making money online, guess what, boo-boo? When you sell the course to other people, you can invite them into the community as well. No extra costs, no extra charge. Again, while I'm doing this for my business as a customer of mine, you can invite them in as well, right? So that's an added benefit. All right. So go to GoProWithSteph.com. Just go to the description, click on the link. Once you go through the information, feel free to email me if you do have any questions, but I think it's laid out in a way that's really easy to understand. You'll be able to see what you get, what this is all about, what master resale rights means, everything that's actually in the course. And then with getting started, you can pay by PayPal, you can pay by debit or credit card, and you can also pay by Klarna or Afterpay, allowing you to split up them payments, right? If that helps you in getting started easier. And guess what? Inside of the course, you're going to learn how to get that set up as well. so that you can pass along that opportunity of your customers being able to buy the course from you through payment plans as well, without it being a risk on your part. Again, beautiful, beautiful. Y'all see why I'm so sold on doing what I do and selling this course? Right? I've lightened my load and I'm serving people at such a high level, and I love it. Would love to see you inside of the community. Would love to help you make 2024 your breakthrough year. For February, for me, it's all about big love, all right? Big breakthroughs, all right? Big love, big breakthroughs, and big energy. That's why I'm showing up in this capacity. I want to help you get your breakthrough, right? It's your girl, Steph Press. I hope you guys are leaving better than when you came. Again, click the link down below in the description to learn more about getting involved in this digital marketing course with Master Resell Rights. Once you've purchased, just shoot me over an email, say, Steph, I'm in, and I will get you plugged into the mentorship community. Have a fantastic night, you guys. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Bye-bye.